talk about some of the things that you should be investing in as a beginner entrepreneur. Things that are super important, things that are, needed in order for the business to run and to also be a healthy business, and for you also to keep your sanity. Because quite frankly, entrepreneurship is lonely, and entrepreneurship can cause a lot of insanity as well. And so I wanted to share with you some of my top investments that I think other business owners should be making in their businesses as well. Now, of course, I'm saying beginner business owners, but honestly, if you haven't done it yet, you need to start thinking about it. And it's never too late to start, even if you are 5 years into it and say you are adding another dimension to your business, or you are, diversifying your business as well. So my number one thing is your time investment. That sounds like, what does that mean? Of course I'm putting in time. We put in time, but sometimes we don't want to, or sometimes we don't intentionally put in the time we need to. And so time investment is huge, and your time investment is huge. What you can do for your business, nobody else can do for their business, because you are unique in who you are. Nobody else can repeat. And so we need to put you out into the forefront. So whether that is networking and, talking to other people and figuring out your industry, or figuring out your clients, your market, your target market, you need to put yourself out there, and you need to spend that time doing that. And you also need to spend your time in planning, strategizing, preparing, researching, networking, all of these things. Because in the beginnings, you are usually a one-man show. And it's rare to be able to spend money on extra expenses unless you do have the money to do that. But a lot of times you are a one-man show, or you're just trying to limit those expenses in the beginning. And so that time is important, because what it helps you do also is get clarity in the vision of your business, because now you are planning and you're preparing and you're strategizing. And then you're also trying to figure out, okay, this is important, and this is important, but this I don't have to do right now. I can do it later. I can leave it to Q2 or Q3. And so you then have an idea of the path that you need to take. Because while it's so much fun being an entrepreneur, it's so much fun just jumping into it and getting knees into the trenches and just kind of getting ourselves dirty. But at times, it can cause so much of a mess that is really hard getting out of it. And you don't want to get stuck in some quicksand, okay? So get some of that time into your planning, your strategizing, your networking, talking, researching, educating, all of the above, right? Spend that time, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's going to networking events, going to classes, invest that time in your business at that time. Number 2, kind of going with the time, is your planner. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed with planners. I love planners. I have many of them because I just love them. I think they're the most useful tool on this planet. And so whether you are digital, whether you are the old school handwriting, which I personally love because I love checking things off, I love highlighting things. And so get that planner out there. Go buy a planner. Michael's has it, Target has it, Walmart has them, or you can just literally make your own on the computer, print it out, or use a digital planner itself. But get a planner. Get a planner that will help you now actually start executing and implementing all the strategies, all the plans that you have made, all the networking appointments that you have made, all the education times that you have, this is the kind of education I want. That will help you start putting it into your schedule. So while you're getting that planner out and your calendar, start using it. Start using the calendar app. We have so many. Start using it. Start leveraging these things in your business, because that way you will also start feeling far more sophisticated in your business too. And it's not just what comes and goes and you're just kind of going with the flow, but now you have so much intention behind what you're doing. Intention is everything. Now from there, number 3 that I would highly suggest, and I'm not being biased right now, is to be having some sort of legal in your business, right? A lot of times I have clients who call me, or potential clients, not even clients, just people who are calling me and I'm just talking to them. And they are just saying, we just can't afford the law right now. We can't afford the legal in our business. I get it. I get that sometimes legal can be expensive. A lot of times, actually, not sometimes. And I also get that it can be overwhelming. And so I am here to make that overwhelm go away. But I'm also here to make it accessible, because that is the whole point. Legal is so integrated into your business that you just cannot run away from it. You just cannot pretend it does not exist, and you just cannot pretend it does not apply to you. And that is the whole thing that I've been trying to get out there, is that law should be used as a strategy and not as something that you use as a cure during crisis mode. Because when you're at that point, you're going to be doling out so much money that you just won't even, you're going to be like, gosh, I wish I'd just done this. And I'd spent maybe a fraction of that money in the beginning. So whether you make legal a small line item or a big line item, meaning value-wise, you need to make it a line item in your business, because the idea is to make legal a line item and not a panic attack. If we make legal a line item and make it part of our strategy, which is so integrated into our business operations now, into the way we run our processes, into the standard operating procedures in our business, that it's hard then that later on we get into major crisis mode, because we've already started mitigating so much of it in the beginning. And we've already positioned our brand, positioned, the content that you're putting out there, the work that you're putting out there, and you're positioning it in such a way we're already protecting it. So protection and mitigation, all of these things become a byproduct of putting legal as a strategy in your business. So it is so important to do that. And I cannot stress enough that whether your line item is a couple $100s to thousands of dollars, put it in there. Put that intention in there. And then it goes to what you're doing. So whether you are DIYing things or whether you are downloading templates, because I do sell templates on Your Contract Buddy, and there's no shame in that game. And actually, it's really good. It's a great way to start. It's a great threshold to begin with, because honestly, you know that those templates, whether it's for me or someone else, they're written by lawyers, and they're written with lawyers with the intention of covering whatever they can cover in the industry that you're purchasing it in. And so those templates cover a lot more than what your DIY might cover, and also what you might just download from Google, because Google downloads, I would not trust. Google downloads can or cannot be exhaustive and fully covering everything that you want. So have legal as a line item. Now, talking about line items, that kind of takes me to the next point, which is getting a bookkeeper or an accountant or some sort of financial advisor, somebody who can help you with the finances of the company. Because I didn't do that in the beginning. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you, and it sucks if you don't do it. It will give you overwhelm. It will make you stressed, and you will also start spending money that you think you have but you don't have, or you won't spend money thinking you don't have it, but actually you do have it. And you can hire that extra person. You can start scaling, but you think you can't. So having a bookkeeper and a financial or a CPA or someone in that capacity in your business is very important, because you're able to determine the health, the financial health of the company, and you're able to make the changes of growth that you want. And sometimes we're scared because we don't know, and we're literally living in some mystery world of money, and we don't know if we can actually spend that money or not. But if we have clarity in that area, then you can grow, and you absolutely should be investing in that in your business. And it's one of those things, just like legal, that you need it. It is so integrated into your business. How much should you be charging for your services or your products? How many customers you need per month to break even? How much do you need to actually have profit? If you're doing affiliates, how much money can you give them? Just anything, right? That really helps you determine all of that. And it also helps you be more confident. Just like having legal as a line item, it makes you confident in your business. Similarly, having finances as part of your business also makes you confident in your business and confident to move forward, to take that step, to take that growth, and to take that risk also, knowing that it's a measured risk and not a blind risk, right? Okay, so number 5 is a coach or a networking organization or a group that you can affiliate yourself with, because that also gives you some type of sense of community, and it will give you also guidance and, you know, clarity, a person to talk about your vision and, you know, bounce ideas off of is so important. So whether, you know, and I say all these different options because sometimes coaches can be expensive or maybe outside of your budget at the time, but getting into a networking group that provides support, education, growth opportunities, you have it all. But you have to invest your time in order to take advantage of all the offerings that these things have. And so it's most definitely been something very important for me. I know that I did tons of networking and I participated in many different organizations, paid, unpaid. And I also have a coach, and I tell you, those are one of the things that I don't let go of if I am ever in a money crunch or a financial discomfort. You know, like those are the things that I actually keep always with me, because it is so important to have a coach. It's so important to have somebody that you can actually have conversations with about your business and be more holistic approach to your business rather than just a very, you know, I'm just going to do this at this time. I'm going to be a mom right now. I'm going to be a lawyer right now. I'm going to be a business owner right now. And so I like the holistic approach, and I think it's very helpful because it's very hard sometimes to take this hat off and put the other hat on, because sometimes you need both the hats on in order to move forward, right?